Okay, good evening. My call to order is for the school district of the city of Harper Woods, the Board of Education regular meeting on April 20th, 2021 at 7 p.m. Item 2.0, the Pledge of Allegiance. Please join me in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of
the United
States of America,
and to the
to the
republic
republic for which it stands,
one
one
nation,
nation, under God,
indivisible,
indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Item 3.0, Trustee White, can you lead us in the roll call?
Hello, everyone. Is William Murphy here?
I have not seen him log in yet.
Okay. Kayetta Holly? I think I heard her earlier.
I'm sorry, I'm here.
No, you're fine. Hello. Joan Menino?
Here.
Thank you. Ramona Simmons?
Here.
Thank you. Terry Hughes?
Here.
Thank you. Alicia McKay? Alicia McKay?
Yes, here.
Thank you. And myself, Stacy White, I am here.
Okay, we have 6 of 7. That does establish a quorum for us this evening. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Item 4.0, acceptance of meeting agenda. We have a motion to accept the agenda as printed.
Motion, Joan Menino.
Okay. Thank you.
Support Simmons.
Okay, we have a motion by Trustee Menino, supported by Trustee Simmons to accept the meeting agenda as printed. Trustee White, can you lead us in a vote?
Yes. Joan Menino?
Yes.
Thank you. Kayetta Holly?
Yes.
Thank you. Ramona Simmons?
Yes.
Thank you. Terry Hughes?
Yes.
Thank you. Myself, Stacy White, is a yes. And Alicia McKay?
Yes.
Thank you all.
Mr. Murphy has just joined.
Hello,
Okay,
Mr. Murphy.
thank you.
Would you like me to get Mr. Murphy's vote or?
Well, on acceptance agenda, it passes 6
Okay.
of 6.
Okay.
Item 4.0, yeah, the agenda passes 6 to 6. Item 5.0, approval of consent agenda. The consent agenda includes item 5.0, item 5.1, sorry, minutes from previous meeting, item 5.1.1, regular meeting, March 16th, 2021, item 5.1.2, workshop meeting, April 6th, 2021, item 5.2, expenditure reports, March 1st through March 31st, 2021, item 5.3, personnel matters, item 5.3.1, resignations, retirements. Item 5.3.1.1, Vicky Gassel, Title I, paraprofessional for the high school. Item 5.3.1.2, Frederick Moore, radio TV broadcasting instructor for CCI. Item 5.3.1.3, Lori Werbicki, special education supervisor for the district. Item 5.3.1.4, Allison Williams, paraprofessional for Beacon. Item 5.3.1.5, Naja Floyd, varsity girls track coach for high school. Item 5.3.2, new hires. Item 5.3.2.1, Kimberly Clark, 9th grade ELA teacher for the high school. Item 5.3.2.2, Kenneth Reeves, radio and TV broadcasting for the CCI Center. Item 5.4, first reading and adoption of bylaws and policies. Item 5.4.1 is number 2210, number 2412, number 2414, number 5200. The recommended motion is that the Board of Education approves the following items in the consent agenda, or concludes the previous items in the consent agenda. We have a motion, please.
Motion.
Thank you.
Holly.
Okay, we have a motion by trustee Hughes and supported by trustee Holly to accept the consent agenda as printed. Trustee White, could you lead us in a vote, please?
Yes. William Murphy,
Yes.
thank you. Joan Menino,
Hold your space bar down, Joan.
Oh,
yes. Okay. Kayada, I'm sorry, she's trying to say something. Okay. Kayada Holly,
yes.
thank you. Ramona Simmons,
Yes.
thank you. Terry Hughes,
Yes.
thank you. Alicia McKay,
Yes.
thank you. Myself, Stacy White, is a yes.
Okay, yes. So the motion passes 7-7.
Ms. McKay, I would like to acknowledge we have Mr. Reeves, the new hire here. It's been a minute since the new hires have been here, and sometimes we would acknowledge them when they've been approved.
Oh, okay. Let's see. So Mr. Kenneth Reeves.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Hi, Mr. Kenneth Reeves. Welcome. It looks like, okay.
So
I think
we,
he
we
might
have,
step. He may have stepped away for a second. Okay. Item 6.0 is correspondence.
Hello, there are no correspondences at this time. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Item 7.0, district presentation. Item 7.1, teacher of the month, student of the month. Who is presenting today?
good evening, Dan and Holly, Tyrone Elementary. And I have the opportunity to present first today.
Oh, okay, Mr. Reeves.
Oh, wow.
When you're ready for the next slide, sir, just let me know.
I'm sorry,
That's for
can
the
you
people.
allow me to share my screen, please? This isn't my presentation.
Oh, this is
Yes, sir.
Mr. Holly.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Good evening, Harper Woods School District Board, Superintendent McGee, parents and students. My name is Denon Holly. I am the proud principal of Tyrone Elementary. It is my distinct honor and pleasure to present to you several outstanding students who were nominated by their classroom teachers as the Student of the Month. Tonight, I will reveal the student who was selected as the Student of the Month for Tyrone Elementary, along with the Teacher of the Month. The criteria for selecting the Student of the Month was based on several factors and communicating points: marked improvement in grades, outstanding grades, leadership, notable consideration towards others, outstanding attitude, disposition, personal development. We looked at academic performance, NWE assessment, growth, effort, exceptional, good, improved attendance, character. We looked at accountability, grit, socially conscious, cooperation, integrity, commitment to high quality work. Teachers looked at good citizenship, demonstrated appropriate behavior, and self-control, positive attitude towards learning and others. We also looked at instructional and support staff feedback, and also school leadership feedback when selecting our students. So every single last teacher had an opportunity to nominate a student for Student of the Month to represent Tyrone Elementary. So Mrs. Tatum selected Karsten Butler. Karsten Butler is a third grader, a very engaged student who puts forth 110% each and every day. Mrs. Trotter's class selected Jose Rosario. Jose Rosario is also a third grader who puts forth 110% each and every day, comes to class prepared and ready to learn. Mrs. Conrad's class, Avery Reynolds. Avery Reynolds is another student who turns in all of assignments and is engaged in class on a daily basis. Mrs. Garrett's class selected Brooklyn Lassie. Brooklyn Lassie is a classroom leader. She too puts forth 110% and is constantly engaged in class. Mrs. Mills' class selected Nazira Good. Nazira has been nominated on multiple occasions. She had a presentation during our Black History program. She is definitely a school leader during breakout sessions in Mrs. Mills' class. Mr. Davis selected Jaden Davis, no relation. Jaden is a fourth grade student at Tyrone Elementary who too has very strong leadership qualities, and he also puts forth 110% each and every day. Mrs. Mills' class selected Alexander Bay. Alexander is a very engaged student, critical thinking. He's able to share a lot of great information to keep the class going. Mr. Westsine's class selected Kaylin Johnson. Kaylin Johnson is another leader within our classes at Tyrone Elementary. She too encourages other students to put forth their best. Noah Smith was also, Mrs. Rogers shared some information in regards to some great things that he's doing in his music class. He was also one of the students that we highlighted during our Black History program. Noah is also a very engaged and talented student, and he does make Tyrone Elementary proud. Mrs. Rob's class selected Cameron Gortman. Cameron is also a very a student who asks a great deal of questions, who's super engaged. Students feedback that feed off the information that he shares in class. So once again, just wanted to acknowledge Cameron Gorton. Mr. Perino's class selected Tyler Page. Tyler Page is another student who puts forth 110% each and every day. And then the last student here from Mrs. Lark's class is Kenneth Reeves. Kenneth Reeves was selected as Student of the Month for Mrs. Lark's class, and he is another student with very great leadership qualities, and students very much learn a great deal from Kenneth and the input that he has in class. So those were our 12 nominees for Student of the Month, and the winner, or the student that will represent us as our overall Student of the Month, is, drumroll please, Kenneth Reeves. Mrs. Lark, her comment in regards to Kenneth Reeves. Kenneth is a leader in the classroom. He has his camera on and participates 100% of the time. He has maintained all A's all year long and hasn't had a single missing assignment. He works hard, asks questions when he needs help, and he's willing to help others whenever he can. During breakout sessions, he always takes the lead and makes sure that everyone else in the group is on board and has what they need. So without further ado, we just wanted to have an opportunity to bring before you today our Student of the Month for the month of March, Kenneth Reeves. And Kenneth Reeves is here today. Kenneth?
Hi. Hello.
Hello, Kenneth. Go ahead and share out. Everyone can hear you.
Okay. So I'm kind of new to this whole thing. I try my hardest every day to try and be my best that I can be. And I would just and I'm here today so I can share to you what it's like going through 5th grade. So, yes, I am Kenneth Reeves, and let me tell you a thing about myself before I start. I like to play outside, read, play games, and design Flipperclip on my iPad. I also like to spend time with my family and play with friends. I came here to talk to you today about my education at Harper Schools. I'm a fifth grader. I'm a fifth grade student in Miss Lark's class at Tyrone Elementary, and before that, Beacon Elementary School. My education at Harperwood Schools has been amazing. The teachers have taught me so many new things that I couldn't have learned on my own or from any other schools. Right now, I'm learning how to multiply fractions and then simplify them, and let me tell you, that really is not easy for a lot of people. It sometimes isn't easy for me either. But the reason why I can do this is because of the school that I attend, and thanks to the Harperwood schools, I'm able to learn new things like math, reading, social studies, and my favorite informational text. I think it's been pretty good being a Harperwood student. I have friends, and I'm sure I'm gonna make more. I think right now I see my whole class as my friends. The teachers are amazing as well. All of the teachers that I know are really nice to me, and when me or another one of my classmates might not understand something, a teacher will step back and make sure that either the student knows what they're talking about and is on track, or will go one-on-one with them to tell them what's going on and help them out when they have trouble with something. Math is my favorite subject, by the way. That's also one of the hardest subjects and one of the different subjects that's sometimes hard for me to learn since online school. But my teachers don't hesitate to help me. My education here has also helped me discover things that I don't like and things that I do like. So in my future, I want to be a technical, logical engineer. The reason for this is because I love to create things using technology. Like I said, Flipperclip is this animation app, which I'm able to animate. And that's why I love to be able to create technology. Harperwood's schools are helping me achieve my goal by them really, and it makes me really confident that I'll be able to achieve my goals, which is why when I'm an adult and I have a kid, I want them to go to Harperwood schools if they're still there. Overall, I know I talked mostly about Harperwood schools or the school that I go to, but that's just because I love my school that I go to, and my first choice for my kid, if I was an adult, like I said, would be to go to Tyrone School. I really hope you liked my speech because I need to tell everyone how great my journey was to get here. Thank you all for coming here and listening, and thank you for just being you and just paying attention.
That was awesome,
Thank
Kenneth. Thank you for
you.
sharing. Thank you for sharing, Kenneth.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Thank you so much.
Yes, that was great.
Amen.
Beautiful speech.
Great job.
Good job. Beautiful.
Excellent.
Good job, Kenneth.
Yes.
Good job.
Yes.
You did
Next,
it.
we have an opportunity to our teacher of the month, teacher selection criteria, excellent in the classroom, consistently advancing students to higher levels of academic social achievement, success, or creating an environment of excellence. Motivation, having the ability to motivate and encourage students to advance past his or her expectations, both academically and socially. Creativity and imagination, demonstrating creativity and imagination in his or her work that inspires students to learn and succeed. Attendance, punctuality, identified instances of going the extra mile, school leadership feedback. The individual that we're going to bring before you today is extremely creative. Students just truly enjoy being in her class. She too puts forth 110% every day. She does go the extra mile in regards to communicating with parents and making sure that her students are successful. I am proud to have the opportunity to work with her and to work aside of her. The teacher of the month for the month of March Representing Tyrone Elementary is Mrs. Trotter. Mrs. Trotter, are you here with us today, Mrs. Trotter?
Yes, I am. Thank you so much. Kenneth, you got me over here tearing up, really. First of all, I want to thank Tyrone Elementary family for choosing me as Teacher of the Month. I was shocked when Mr. Holly announced my name at the staff meeting as Tyrone's Teacher of the Month. I really wasn't expecting it at all. But ever since the age of 6, I wanted to be a teacher. During my 17 years in education, I have learned to listen to my students, to love my students, and to figure out ways to make myself better for my students. Teaching virtually hasn't stopped me from doing my job as an educator. While staying safe, I have visited all of my students' homes, dropping off school supplies and incentives to keep them motivated. That's why I can always keep a smile on my face each day. Thank you again, Mr. Holly. Thank you again, Harper Woods and Tyrone Elementary for this honor. I really do appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Trotter. Mrs. Trotter, you are truly amazing. And she did. She went to all of those homes and met with those families. She's been a constant encouragement for all our students, a thought partner for me. We're truly glad to have you, Ms. Trotter. So this concludes our presentation for Tyrone Elementary. Thank you to the Board of Education and our superintendent, Mr. McGee, for allowing us this opportunity to showcase one of our amazing teachers. And the future is bright. The future is bright with Kenneth Reeves. And I do believe that the gentleman that was hired is Kenneth's dad. So small world, small world. So without a further ado, we'll pass the torch to Mrs. Gamble.
Okay. Thank you so much for that presentation, Mr. Holly. And thank you so much, Ms. Trotter. And congratulations to Kenneth. Yeah, the CCI presentation queued up.
Good evening, board members. Good evening to our superintendent, family, community, parents, and also students who are on the line today. Thank you for this opportunity. We will not be long because I know that people work every day and they have families and lives. I just wanted to take this time, an opportunity to be able to give you an insight and an in-depth look on what we do on a daily basis. You know, we always say that true teachers, they help their students to recognize their own abilities. And a true teacher is always there for you. But think about a true student with dedication, passion, and commitment. And so today I want to recognize these students here at the Harper Woods College and Career Institute who have gone on and worked with what we call CTSOs, and they are career and technical student organizations. Next slide, please.
Just a second, let me get to it.
Okay. And so I know many of you are saying, what is a CTSO? Career and technical education provides student instruction and experience in the real world application of academic skills, industry-based skill standards, and interpersonal workplace skills and behaviors. Having the opportunity to participate in a career and technical education program, students who enroll in career programs are given the opportunity to further their knowledge and skills by participating in career and technical student organizations. They're short for CTSOs. In these CTSOs, students will embark on the following: networking, public speaking, activities and exercises, events and competitions. And so today, I will highlight our most recent CTSO, which is Skills USA. And we have our instructors from our radio and television program, our hospitality and food services, graphics and printing. You can go back to the next slide and they're going to introduce themselves. Okay, so without further ado, I have Mr. Reeves and Ms. Wilson, and they're going to just introduce themselves and give you over to their students. So Mrs. Wilson, Mr. Reeves.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Ms. Wilson, and I am one of the instructors for the Radio and Television Broadcasting Technology course. Mr. Reeves, you want to introduce yourself too?
Can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. I'm Mr. Reeves and welcome. I enjoyed that presentation. Yes, that was my son, Ken Jr. I'm so proud of you. And in radio and TV broadcasting, our students are going to be working on production skills. We're going through the 3 stages of production. We're going to be doing radio shows and public service announcements. We are going to create video for the schools and a number of other things. And I am happy to be here in the company of true visionaries and professionals. And thank you. Hello?
Okay, Mrs. Wilson, you go ahead and introduce the students. Tell them
So we
briefly.
had 4 students compete in our audio production for Skills USA competition. They go by the names of Jeremiah Stokes, LaKayla Reed, Perez Gibson, and Darian Remsen.
Yes, indeed. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm very happy that you got chosen to represent.
And so Ms. Wilson, your student is on now to give us a brief introduction on that competition and what
Yes,
took place.
Darian Remsen is on the call right now. He's prepared to speak.
Okay. So Darian, if you're there.
I'm watching my little cousin right now. So.
All right. Darian, you should be unmuted. You should be able to speak.
All right. So hi, I'm Darian. I am a junior who goes to Harper High School, and I'm a student of the radio TV.
You need to speak up.
And I was able to participate in the Skills USA competition with me and 3 fellow classmates. So.
Ms. Wilson,
Yes.
please proceed.
So Darian and Perez, they were partners in the audio production competition. They paired up and their assignment were to create a 2 to 5 minute podcast on how these unprecedented times affected their education and what they've done to overcome their time during the pandemic.
Okay, we can move on to our next person. So thank you, Mrs. Wilson. We have not received the results yet from that competition. We're going to move on to our graphic communications and printing technologies program. And those instructors are Mr. Green and Mr. Spurlock. And so I would like for Mr. Green and Mr. Spurlock to come up and give them a brief introduction. Introduce yourselves, and then we'll have your students go ahead and speak about their competition. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Gamma. Good evening, everyone. I'm Mr. Victor Green. I'm the instructor of the Graphic Communications and Printing Technologies program. It's good to be out tonight. I teach my students everything on how to do graphics from business cards to billboards. And we had a few students, 3 as a matter of fact, to compete in Skills USA in the advertising and design competition.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Mr. Spurlock. I also assist Mr. Green in the co-teaching of graphic design and printing technology. And I'm just there to back the children up and, help Mr. Green in whatever he sees fit, and to also provide stuff for the special students and whatever they need help with.
Okay, we have 2 students on the line, and as they say, ladies first. I do believe Pierre Harris is joining us tonight, along with Willie Anderson. So, Pierre, if you're out there, you can tell us a bit about the competition.
Hi. My name is Pierre, and a little bit about the competition. It was practically like a logo design for a escape room. So the escape room was theme based off of like a classical steam engine type of thing. So like gears and top hats and smoke and everything. So what I did was I created a logo that had exactly that. It had gears and smoke coming out of a hat with goggles because of, new innovations and stuff. And that's pretty much it. I feel like it was a great opportunity to get to know competitive design, especially going into a graphic arts career. And that's it.
Thank you, Pierre.
Mr. Green, our next student, Willie Anderson. And so, Willie Anderson, we would like for you to go ahead and speak and give the audience your view on the competition.
Okay, hello, my name is Willie Anderson. I'm class of 2021, and the drawing you see is a logo for a company called the Steam Factory. Now that I'm looking, what I think of the competition, I'm looking back at the logo that they provide to us. I see that, in my personal view, I see that I should have made different choices on coloring, but at the same time, the colors I chose represent steam pipes, gears, and other colors you would see in the factory. If you look closely on my logo, the word steam, the letters T, E, and M are made with vertical pipes. Each pipe shows steam rising from it. The gears in the background represents the motion in the factory. So as an artist, that we see that sometimes we see that there should be an improvement to our drawings, but that could be a good thing or a bad thing. But for the time and frame we were given, this is the art that we provided for the Steam Factory. And the Steam Factory, the competition, it proved to me that things doesn't always go your way, but later on in the future, there's always a chance that you could show your art. That's it.
Good job.
Thank you, Willie. And so we're going to now move on to our cooking and related culinary arts. And we have Chef McClendon and Chef Lee. And those gentlemen will come and now introduce themselves to the board and community, parents. And they would like to give you an overview of our students who competed in the cooking and related culinary arts program competitions with Skills USA. We also have other students who will be competing later in the week and also next week as well. We have not received those results from graphics, but we will have some results for culinary that our instructors will share out after the presentation. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Ms. Gamlin. My name is Chef Chris McClendon. I am the instructor for the Cooking and Culinary Related Arts program at Harper Woods High School. We basically go over the fundamentals of what kids need to actually be successful in this industry. I give them the core concepts, cooking theory, basic cooking knowledge, equipment identification, and all of the tools they need to be successful in this industry. And one of the ways we do that is by challenging them in the Skills USA competition. We did a lot of training, a lot of terminologies, a lot of steps, a lot of practicing, but the kids did extremely well. I'm extremely proud of them, but I couldn't have did it with my trusty parapro teacher, which is Mr. Leeks, and I'll let him introduce himself.
Evening, everybody. My name is Chef Leek. My full name is Austin Leek. As Chef Chris McClendon introduced me as, I am the paraprofessional for the Cooking and Related Culinary Arts program. My job as the paraprofessional is to be the bridge between the parents, teachers, and students. You know, I know this has been a hard time coming into this COVID season and how it's basically been affecting everybody's communication, networking, and networking skills with the students and parents as far as things going virtual and whatnot. So my main priority is to make sure students come to class, students are able to make up their work. And a little bit of my background, I did skills competition in my earlier college years. And I was very excited once I found out that we were going to do the Skills USA because I won a gold medal and I wanted to bring that to the students and, you know, show them that there's more to life than just cooking behind a line in a restaurant. Like Chef McClendon explained earlier, we're trying to teach real life skills and how to adjust and transition from the education field, not the education field, but the educational classroom to the actual workforce. That's my introduction.
All right, we have a few students with us today. All of these students competed, and again, they all did a fantastic job. We have Mr. Malachi McGee, we have Mr. Dennis Johnson, and a Cheyenne Hunter. They all did extremely well. But let's go, Mr. Malachi, could you please give us a brief description and tell us how you felt about the competition? And I'll allow the students to kind of give their own spiel about how they felt about it. And just very quickly, 15, 20 seconds, just kind of tell us how you felt about the competition. Malachi?
Alrighty, can everybody hear me well?
Yes.
Hello, my name is Malachi Marcellus McGee. I am in the 9th grade. I just participated in the Skills USA competition for culinary arts, and I needed to cook a meal under about 90 minutes. And
he did it in 45 minutes, just FYI, guys.
Yeah, so I really enjoyed it. It taught me how to be more organized, because particularly I'm not a very organized person, and it taught me how to keep my head stable under pressure. I would say I'm pretty good under pressure, but like this competition got me a little on edge. But because of my my organizational skills, it really got me through, and I really enjoyed it all around. And yeah, it was very nice. Very nice.
Thank you, Mr. McGee. Mr. Johnson, could you please go?
Good afternoon. My name is Dennis Johnson, and I competed in the Skills USA Culinary Arts competition. And I had a lot of fun, and I've learned that confidence is key, because you may know how to make something, but if you're not confident in your skill or confident in the way you talk or in your own technique, then you're most likely going to fail. So I've learned that being confident and then showing your skill and showing what you've learned and then putting it to the test, it always comes out in a positive outcome. So I enjoy myself, and I've learned a lot during this culinary arts class that I've had, and through this competition. I've met some cool people, my colleagues. So it was a good opportunity and I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Ms. Cheyenne, would you please go?
Hi, my name is Cheyenne Hunter. I'm in the class of 2021. I participated in the competition for culinary, and it was an interesting event I was in. Very interesting. I've never been in something like that. I had done something very new. I've actually did pretty well, you know, and it was actually very fun. It was nice environment. It was cool to be working around with people, you know, just it felt so organized and everything. And it was very, very, very interesting. And I liked it. I liked it.
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, I can't stress this enough. I know people may be tired of me saying this, but it took the vision of our superintendent. And as he stated, he has this napkin where he drew out this plan. And to see our young adults follow through with this plan and to put their best foot forward to make a change and to do something that other kids don't have the opportunity to do speaks volumes. It just speaks volumes. So all of these young ladies and gentlemen who competed, they are our students of the month. They are our students of the month. And I just want to take this time to congratulate them. I do have some certificates for them, and we have some gift cards for them as well. We do want to make this special announcement that we found out this afternoon. The student, Mr. Malachi McGee, he has transitioned and moved on to the next round of competitions. So let's give him a round of applause at this time and congratulate him on going on to the next level of the cooking
Congratulations.
and culinary arts.
Congratulations.
Good job, boy.
Thank you.
No, he's a ninth grader.
Congratulations, Malachi. Good work, brother.
He didn't even know this. He didn't even know. And I am proud of these students. It is wonderful to see students do something that touches your heart, because it's been a long journey. And so thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Okay.
Thank you very much, Ms. Gamblin.
Thank
Ms.
you.
Gamblin.
Thank you.
Ms. Gamblin.
Thank you, Ms. Gamblin.
Great job, everybody.
Great job.
Congratulations, you are. Great job. Thank you for your service, Miss Gamlin. We appreciate you.
I appreciate you as well. Thank you. Counseling team, thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Ms. Gamlin, and congrats to all the students.
We also really quick, I'm sorry, President. We have some certificates, and also I want to commend my teacher of the month. My teacher of the month is a teacher who is very meek, mild-mannered young lady. She's always sitting in the background, pushing and helping others, not asking for any accolades, but she is in the forefront to help us progress and move things forward. She spends countless hours of time working diligently, making sure that her students receive mastery in their instructional design models that's set forth by the state of Michigan. She is, what can I say? She's mild-mannered, but yet she's a strong rock. And she's a part of this force and this team to help build this foundation to keep growing. And so without further ado, I want to announce our teacher of the month, and that is Miss Sonia Gibson. So Miss Gibson, she's on the line. I would like for you to come forth and say a few words, please, if you don't mind.
Good evening, everyone. And like she said, I am Sonia Gibson. And First, I'd like to thank the district for making this opportunity for us being recognized, especially during these difficult times with this pandemic. We all need an extra little push every now and then, and I think we needed it. We need it now. But I'm the teacher in the computer systems, networking, and telecommunications class. And in my class, as the name kind of says, we learn a lot about technology. So it is my goal to push as much technology to the students as possible. That's where I get my joy in them learning, them being able to master things that are taught in the class, for them to be more interested in things that are taught in the class, whether it be with hardware, where we get most of the excitement, and down to database administration, which is what we're doing now, where most adults don't like database administration, but you will find some that will excel. So again, I find my joy in teaching when students excel. This is, I think this, I lost count, my 20th year teaching, and each year you get something different, you get something new, but some things stay the same, and that's technology, and that's always what we want to see our students learning is more technology. With the pandemic, it has been difficult for all of us, and for teachers in the classroom, being able to engage the students has been something that's we've been, it's been a little difficult. So what I have done is I have enlisted my advisory board members to visit us in the classroom virtually, so the students can engage with them, and the advisory board members can share their technology experiences. I had a young man share his experiences as being an African American in IT, and I also had my advisory board chair share her experience being a woman in technology for Women's History Month. So I look forward to having them do more work with us virtually. Just looking forward to somehow getting back to normal so we can really get our hands on IT, which is something that we haven't been able to do. So thank you again to the district, and thank you, Ms. Gamlin, for seeing me as a teacher of the month. So I am very happy and feel very, very blessed to be with the district and be recognized.
Thank you, Mrs. Gibson. Again, board members, superintendent, parents, students especially, community, we are so very honored that you have given us this opportunity to take charge in something and to bring it to the forefront to this district that they haven't had before. I want to take this time out to thank Superintendent Mr. McGee for allowing us the opportunity to take something and move forth and build it and build that foundation, and so that no one can come and tear it down. Even after, I can't even say even after Mr. McGee is gone, we you don't want him to leave ever, but I know one day he will retire. But I am praying and hoping that this career center will be everlasting. So again, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy your evening. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. I believe that concludes item 7.0. Item 8.0 is public participation regarding the action items. Is there any public participation regarding the action items listed in item number 9?
If you wish to speak, if you could electronically raise your hand, or if you have a camera on, acknowledge. I am scanning through, looking to see if anybody would like to speak.
Okay.
Madam President, I do not see anyone who would like to speak at this time.
At this time, okay. Thank you. Item 9.0 are the action items themselves. Item 9.1, the return to learn ECOL plan reconfirmation. The board, the city, school district in the city of Harper Woods, board proposal for board approval on April 20th, 2021. The recommended motion is that the Board of Education reconfirms the revised extended COVID-19 return to learn ECOL plan effective May 3rd, 2021 for the Harper Woods School District. We have a motion.
Motion.
Support, Murphy.
Okay, it's motion by trustee Hughes, supported by trustee Murphy. When we have a vote, please, trustee White.
Yes, thank you. William Murphy,
Yes.
thank you. Joan Menino,
Yes.
thank you. Kayetta Holly,
Yes.
thank you. Ramona Simmons,
Yes.
thank you. Terry Hughes,
Yes.
thank you. Alicia McKay,
Yes.
thank you. And myself, Stacy White, is a yes.
Okay, thank you. The motion passes 7 of 7. Item 9.2, consideration of layoff notification for teachers. The school district of the city of Harper Woods, board proposal for board approval on April 20th, 2021. The recommended motion states that the Board of Education directs the superintendent of schools to issue letters of possible consideration of the non-renewal of teacher contracts on or before April 30th, 2021. We have a motion.
Motion, Kayetta Holly.
Thank you.
Support, Ms. Hughes.
Okay, thank you. Have a motion from trustee Holly, supported by trustee Hughes. And we have a vote, please, trustee White.
Yes. William Murphy,
Yes.
Joan Menino,
Yes.
thank you. Kayetta Holly,
Yes.
thank you. Ramona Simmons,
Yes.
thank you. Terry Hughes,
Yes.
thank you. Alicia McKay,
Yes.
thank you. Myself, Stacy White, is a yes.
Okay, motion passes 7 of 7. Thank you. Okay, item 10, board items. Item 10.1, subcommittee reports. Item 10.1.1, building and site committee. Is there any report at this time?
Yes, this is Stacy White. I am chair of the Building and Site Committee.
Yes.
On March 18th, the team and I visited all the schools. We visited Beacon, Tyrone, the middle school, and the CCI building. We did go to the high school, but it has been rescheduled. We'll do that at a later date. I just want to say that I was very pleased. The team was very pleased of what we saw. When we walked into each building, there was a security guard to greet us. We really appreciate the sign-in sheet for the COVID and the COVID questionnaire that was available to whoever goes in the building. There was also hand sanitizer available. As we met with all the building level leaders, they were very accepting and greeting us. There were also hand sanitizers on the walls. Definitely love the direction of COVID, like the 6 feet. They had stickers on the wall. There were also foggers in the classrooms where I'm taking it at nighttime. It does a mist and cleans and kills the germs. And we also had, were able to meet to some of the teachers there and some of the staff. So that was definitely nice. The buildings was clean. It was just a wonderful experience. So in saying that, I just would like to thank everyone. Again, I can't say it enough, to the staff, to the teachers, for all that you do. Thank you to Mr. McGee. It's definitely appreciated. And that is all. So thank you.
Thank you very much for that report. Item 10.1.2, Policy Committee. I'm the chair of the Policy Committee. There's no report at this time. Item 10.1.3, the Finance Committee. Is there a report at this time?
There is no report.
Okay, thank you. Item 10.1.4, Community Relations Committee. Is there a report at this time?
Yes, there's a report. I'm the chairperson, Ms. Hughes. We had a shredded event at the CCI Center this past Saturday, and it turned out a nice little crowd. We are planning on doing another one later on this year because we was asked by a couple of community, for people from the community. And also, I'd just like to thank Ms. Simmons for stepping up and coming out, and Mr. McGee and Mr. Simmons for helping out also. And just thank you overall.
Okay, thank you so much. That's awesome. We have item 10.1.5, the Superintendent Evaluation Committee. Is there a report at this time?
No report right now.
Okay, thank you. Item 11.0, report of the superintendent.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
We are off to a very strong start with our state assessment. We delayed the second session, but we still remain compliant within the state assessment window. On our district's radio station, WHWR, thewoods105.com, during that podcast, we presented a financial advisor and private banker. This was a conversation that I had with board member Holly maybe 2 or 3 months ago in reference to financial literacy for the district. We are preparing to introduce financial literacy to the district K through 5, and the district will receive more information as it aligns to that, as well as entrepreneurship. Our fourth and final credit recovery session has been launched and is well underway as we continue to close the achievement gap and keep our students on track during this academic pandemic. I would like to give a special thanks to our students of the month and our teachers of the month. We truly appreciate you, the students from Tyrone, teachers from Tyrone, as well as the CCI Center. Thank you very much. This concludes my report.
Thank you. Item 12.0, public participation. The Harper Woods Board of Education highly values the input of citizens in making important decisions that affect the children of our community. We also believe in the rights of citizens to observe board meetings and to ensure that all of our citizens have the opportunity to attend school board meetings and offer comment, and to ensure that the board can conduct the important business of the district. We ask that speakers follow the guidelines for making public comments. Please respect the following procedures for public participation. All members of the public attending school board meetings must treat each other and the board with respect. State your full name and address. Submit your questions to the Board of Education with your name, address, and telephone number where you can be contacted if you would like your question to be answered within a reasonable time. Individuals offering citizen comment are not permitted to make personal attacks on any district employee, board member, or other testifier or member of the public. Failure to adhere to the above procedures can result in immediate removal from the meeting. Please keep all comments to 3 minutes or less. Is there any public participation at this time?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. At this time, we have a large crowd this evening. If you wish to speak, if you could electronically raise your hand, and I will check that in a moment, and then I'm going to scan the screens to see if anybody wishes to speak. We do have one that would like to speak, Madam President, Principal Kristen Woods-Helms.
Okay.
Good evening to the board, to Superintendent McGee, and to the community that are on the line. I just wanted to take the opportunity to just commend my colleagues. Obviously, we're in the trenches with the hard work for their presentations this evening. I work alongside Ms. Gamlin very closely, but also work collaboratively with Principal Holly at Tyrone. Want to congratulate again the students of the month and the teachers of the month. That presentation by the Tyrone student was dynamic. And then personally, but because I have to shout out my favorites, the pioneers who presented tonight, congratulations, and congratulations to Malachi McGee for moving forward. It's refreshing to hear from students because we do the work every day for them. And without having them in the buildings and hearing their voices and being able to lift up the positivity that's happening even in the midst of the pandemic. I just wanted to take an opportunity to tell them thank you. Thank you for going the extra mile to continue to focus when it's so easy to be distracted, and for continuing to do your best job each and every day. You are shining examples of what we want to see, and you let us know that our work is not in vain. I thank you.
Thank you, Principal Helms.
Amen.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Amen.
Any
Thank you,
other?
Principal Woods Helms.
Thank you. Amen.
You're most welcome.
Amen. Thank you. Won't he do it?
Any other public participation at this time?
Madam President, I don't see anyone else at this time.
Okay, thank you. All right. Item 13.0, matters of interest to board members.
This is Kayetta Holly. I just wanted to congratulate everyone who was acknowledged here today. Congratulations. We are doing some amazing things in Harper Woods. I know that I'm usually the person who points out where we fall in between the cracks or where we can improve. And while there's definitely room for improvement, it should always be room for improvement. We are doing some wonderful things here in Harper Woods. I mean, from seeing the little faces of the Tyrone kids, I realized how much I missed that drop off and pickup process. Mr. Holly and Miss Trotter out there yelling, go, go, go. And I mean, just from just everybody, Miss Wilson's smiling face and Miss Gamlin, just all of it. Everybody, we have an awesome team here in Harper Woods. You all are just wonderful, good people, just good people. I was listening to the CCI students, and the opportunities that we're giving to these students are like no other. I mean, it's amazing. They're learning, they're getting these certifications, and not only are they doing that, but Mr. McGee has taken it a step up and just started, it has started to introduce our students to just the financial portion of the importance of personal banking and investment stock exchanges, opportunities. I mean, our students have opportunities that, I mean, I'm learning from our students, you know, but us as the parents and the adults, we're learning from our kids and our teachers. And I just wanted to take this time to say that I really appreciate just all of your efforts, building level leaders and teachers and Mr. McGee and all of the board members. This stuff is not easy, but you all are doing an amazing job. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Board Member Holly. Thank you.
Any other
Thank you, Ms.
matters of
Holly.
interest to board members?
Yes, this is Stacy White. I would like to say thank you all for coming. You guys have made my day today. I don't know if you noticed, I was smiling the whole time. Congratulations to all the students of the month. Congratulations to the teachers of the month. Ms. Trotter is my daughter's teacher. And, you know, I'm just going to speak on her just for a minute. she's amazing because I know I sit here because I was inspired by a teacher, and it does work when you go beyond and you take that time out to go to your student's house or say that kind word. It does matter. I'm definitely a product of that, and that's why I'm sitting here today. When I'm working, because I'm working from home, I hear Miss Trotter in the background. And those kids, they are so smart. Oh my God. It was one day, and I know Miss Trotter remembers this day. I don't know if she was sick. She was just not at her best. I can hear it. And the kids will say, Miss Trotter, Miss Trotter, are you okay? Are you sick? You know how honest the kids are. I'm like, so, and she said, she said, yes, I'm not feeling good, but I'm going to pick it up. I apologize. And she just went to the end of the day, and I know, and she just bared through it. So, in her coming to the house, in regards to my daughter, she's new at the school and she was having a difficult time with some of the work. But Miss Trotter took her time to talk to my daughter. She even taught me that new math, because I emailed Miss Trotter. I said, all these boxes now. I don't know what this box is, with the new math. And so she took time out to show me what those boxes meant. So thank you all again. Again, I can't say it enough, to just all the staff, the teachers, Mr. McGee, the board. I am new to the board. I'm having a wonderful experience. And just thank you again, and God bless.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any other matters of interest to board members?
I just want to say thank you, everyone. Thank you, and keep supporting one another. That's what makes this work. That's it.
Right.
Exactly.
Thank you. Any other matters of interest to board members? Okay, if there's nothing else, we're going to adjourn this meeting at 8:07 p.m. Thank you so much for coming.
Have a good night, everyone.